What's up, people? Hey, welcome to the shop. I guess I gotta stick my face clear down here so you can see me. I still have a lot to do to put everything together in the shop. Thanks for coming along with a fun little video, just throwing a few things together, but I still gotta go get my compressor. I've got to go get my parts washer. I've got 2 welders, a TIG and a MIG welder. Picked my nose. I've got to get a few other things from my brother-in-law's, the Dirty Sanchez. But I can't wait any longer. I got to get my hands on the Dirty Athena. So let's get that girl out. Let's see where we're at. And for those of you who have been asking, wondering the progress, there has been no progress other than a few powder coating things. Mainly because I've been trying to finish this house. There's been a million problems. And anyway, let's not worry about that. Let's get stuff going here, folks. Cute little butterflies. Okay, I now remember where we left off. So this video will be entitled How to Change Your Clutch Shaft Bearing. There's a shaft that goes down inside this hole right here. It's a shaft that goes down and it rotates and it pushes on a rod that goes in here. And you can't see it very good because it's all covered. Where did I go? Right here. There are bearings on the back side. You can't see to get to that, but there's a bearing in there, and this bearing was toast before. It's an inside bearing, so it is a mother effer to get out. Very, very difficult, but let me show you what you need to do it, okay? Okay, folks, there's no easy way to do this without the right tools. They don't have to be expensive, but you gotta have the right thing. So what you need is an inexpensive slide hammer inside bearing puller set. This is just Pittsburgh. You can get this from Harbor Freight. I don't know how much it costs because I sent my wife. That's how I do it. See, if you send your wife, say, I really, really, really need these parts or these tools because it's a crisis. You gotta have it. You can't get this thing done without it. And she goes and buys it, and then once she's there and she's paying and she's like, oh man, this is 79 bucks or whatever, she's stuck. She's in the middle of the line. It's embarrassing to take it back, so she just buys it, and then by the time she gets home, she forgets she's mad. That's the way you do it, homies. Anyway, you have what is known as an inside bearing puller. It's got 4 little pieces that go together. I know it's hard to get the camera to focus on it. And it's got this basically a set bolt that goes down inside. So you slide this down into the hole, get this little ridge underneath the bearing, tighten this thing down, and it spreads that bottom underneath the bearing, and then you use the slide hammer on the top and you pop, 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 and pull it out. So we take the case, there is the bearing, slide it down in there. Ooh, we're lucky. And I've got to use some wrenches to tighten this up, but basically we're going to tighten this bolt down into this one. So you got to hold this, tighten this down, pull it up, did it get tight? Out she comes. It's like playing a banjo. Don't get your finger stuck in here, you'll regret it. Ha ha ha! Beautiful. Just like playing a guitar. There she is. Okay, you guys, I know you can't see this, but I got to show you anyhow. That is the bore that bearing goes in, and you got to make, that's a place where, like if you powder coat your case, that's a spot where all this grit will get trapped behind that bearing. So when you pull it out, even though you've washed everything and run through the case with those pipe cleaners and stuff, you got to make sure you spray inside that hole with the case tipped down like that, so nothing flows backwards, but it all just falls out of that shift shaft hole. And that's what it's got to look like. It's got to be spit shine clean. So now let's find the bearing and let's find the seal and let's pop them babies in, brothers. Okay, folks, the bearing for your shift shaft, you're never going to be able to see because this camera won't focus on it. 93317-11295. And you got a seal. That's what it looks like. A little bearing there. Got a little seal. It's going to go on the top. Keep the Earl from coming backwards. Seal number 93102. Come on, camera. Too much stuff back there for it to see. 93102-12004. Get that little bearing out of there. It's ideal if you freeze it. This little guy is not going to be any big problem though. I like the reading on the bearing to be out so you can see. It's got a little number you can barely see. Find yourself a little driver. Perfect. Now, where's my freaking hammer? This is not normally recommended. Okay, I'm still moving, okay? I can't find all my tools. Get it started nice and square. Hear that sound? Clack. That's how you know she's home. Brand new bearing. Now let's get the seal in there. Now, one little trick. Rubbing alcohol, a little rubbing alcohol around that rubber helps her slide in nice. Try not to get rubbing alcohol on your freshly coated, powder coated paint though. I don't know how well that works. Probably not very good. It's like once you powder coat this sucker, man, you gotta be ultra careful. That's what she's saying. There you go, folks. Doesn't that look nice? We got the new bearing in there, we got the new seal in there. Now when we slide that shift fork, it won't leak. Have a nice good bearing, it'll be nice and smooth to work on. I'll put a little lubricant down there a little grease in there when we first put her back together. But that, my friends, is how you replace that ever elusive pain in the butt clutch release fork shaft thing bearing down inside of here. If you powder coat your motor, you powder coat your cases, you better plan on taking it out. Get yourself an inside bearing puller and do the job right. Much love, the fact of gone.